Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio. We are brought to you by championnews.net. If you're not signed up for that Champion News letter, you better go to championnews.net and you'll get it in your inbox to hear the latest and greatest from Champion News. Also, before the break, we were talking about the Beck Amendment, teachers getting their dues back, and Representative Morrison actually had a bill in Springfield that empowers teachers. So we're going to be talking about empowering teachers. Now, Jack, let's hear about how teachers can get their money back and where does the money go?
First of all, you should know what the Beck decision is at the Supreme Court level. Not an amendment, it's a decision. And this thing was fought through by the organization I've worked with since 1970. And one of the principal people to getting it passed was Senator Dirksen of Illinois, was the guy that did the filibuster against Section 14B of the Taft-Hartley Act. And so he's the hero. And since then, and that was around 1965 or so, and I've been working with the volunteering and contributing to the National Right to Work Foundation. And they've been trying to get working men's rights back to them all these years. And what they did in the Beck decision, what that says is that of the money that the unions take from their members, that 80% of it is illicit, and that and the dues, there's only 20% goes for the place where they're working. 80% goes into the political coffers of the union, both state and national. In the state of Illinois, that amounts to $132 million a year is what they take from the teachers just in the K-12 system. 132 million. 80% of that is about 100 million. So that gets tortured, grabbed out of the paychecks of the teachers, and it goes into whose hands? Well, 95% of that money goes to Democrats. Some of it goes to national. A great deal of it goes into Madigan's hands. Madigan's got about 15 different outfits that the money goes into and gets channeled into his hands. That's how Madigan is so strong and passes everything. He's got a big chunk of the money that's torn out of the hands of the teachers. He's got a lot of that money. The Beck decision says he shouldn't have it. And we are working in this election with Champion News and the Champion Republican Renaissance PAC. We are working on the business of getting that money back to teachers.
Do teachers even know that they can get this money back, and what do they have to do to get this money back?
Well, the lawyers have complicated the whole thing. You'd think it's a simple matter, but what the right to work people tell you is that the teachers must apply individually to do that. So there are 501c3 groups that aren't political, that are working to get the rights back to the union members instead of these abusive people.
Can I just interject? You just said something. The teachers have to do this individually.
Yes.
But the union is always about collective bargaining.
Yeah.
So
Very interesting.
It is such a contrast how inconsistent that is.
These guys abuse everything. I'll give you a little side issue. 25 years ago, the Brotherhood of Electrical Workers tried to unionize my company. Mm-hmm. And they were trying to unionize the largely lady workforce on the assembly line in the Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Where is their sensitivity of organizing women?
Women, right. It was very sexist.
The rest of what they do, and incidentally, they never came back because we don't abuse our people. And
you empower your people, and getting this money back for teachers would be empowering. They could, especially the way inflation is, they can use this money to do whatever they want with, correct?
That's right, but it's all tied up in the goo of what the lawyers from the unions and the government that's been on their side in this whole thing, despite the fact it is a Supreme Court decision, the Beck decision, that 80% of that should go back to the individual.
I wonder how many teachers know about that
now.
We
will be working with the teachers to get their money back. And the Right to Work Foundation will work with them individually. They got 17 lawyers, and they will work with them to get their rights under the law that the stinking union has been ripping out of their hands. Think of what $100 million a year going into the politics of Illinois does. It doesn't just give the union people the power to run it, because your whole K-12 system, it is run by the union.
Well,
Forget about the superintendent.
here's what I want to say. I mean, in 1971, the IEA dramatically ramped up their lobbying efforts. And what have they achieved since the Constitution was ratified in 1970. That has the pension guarantee language in it. Well, immediately in 1971, they started ramping up their lobbying efforts. While life expectancy has increased, the union was able to argue for decreased retirement age. And so the consequence of that is we have significantly better benefits that are unsustainable. It's unsustainable benefits, and it does hurt the rank and file members.
It hurts the teachers.
Absolutely.
Especially young teachers.
That's right, and I think in the next segment we should talk about that, because younger teachers are now paying into a system that will not be there for them.
Do they know this?
Yes.
The ones I talk to,
a lot of them do.
A lot of them do, but a lot of them don't, because all they do is listen to what their
The union lies, they're liars, the IEA lies constantly about what's going on.
Now, Tom,
they put on everything, they poisoned the teachers' information thing. It's terrible, the things that they are saying that are so massively untrue.